You have already suffered. You say you are happy. You say life is going well. You say everything is settled. Let me ask you something very simple. Do you remember the first 9 months of your life? No. And that is the beginning of the problem. You have already suffered more than you remember. And because you do not remember it, you believe life is comfortable. Today, on the sacred occasion of Mahashivaratri, I want to take you on a journey. Not outside, inside. Not into mythology, into your own forgotten story. When I travel and meet people from Gujarat, there is a beautiful greeting we exchange. Someone asks, "How are you?" And the answer comes, "Majama." It means I am in joy. I sometimes reply differently. I say, "Jalsa." Let us try this together. How are you? Jalsa. Again, Jalsa. When a child is born and receives milk from mother, Jalsa. When toys are given, Jalsa. When good marks come in school, Jalsa. When admission into the prestigious institute happens, Jalsa. When a job is secured, Jalsa. Marriage happens, Jalsa. Children are born, Jalsa. They grow up, they marry, grandchildren arrive, Jalsa. And when finally we meet a good teacher who tells us who we truly are, Jalsa. Life appears like a continuous celebration. But is it? Or we are selectively remembering the pleasure and conveniently forgetting the pain? The Shiva Aparadha Kshamapana Stotram is not merely a prayer. It is not just a request for forgiveness. It is a mirror. It is a wake-up call. It is a surgical exposure of human life. It is meant to awaken Vairagya. Vairagya means intelligent detachment, not depression, not rejection, clarity. The clarity that comes when illusion is exposed. The first verse begins in a place we have completely erased from memory. The womb. The verse says, Adav karma prasangat. In the beginning, because of karma, not accident, not randomness, not punishment. Because of karma, your birth is not a coincidence. Your entry into this body is the result of prior causes. If we deny karma, we face philosophical contradictions. If there were no prior actions, then why are the lives unequal? If God arbitrarily distributes pleasure and pain, then we accuse the divine of injustice. Vedanta does not allow that accusation. Therefore, karma is accepted. Because of karma, I was placed into the womb of my mother. Darkness, no space, no freedom, surrounded by fluid and impurity. The verse says, I am cooked in the fire of digestion. Jatharo Jataveda, the digestive fire of the mother continuously functioning. Acidic, hot, confining. For 9 months, you may not remember it, but you lived it. And not once, countless times. Every birth begins this way. Total helplessness, no control, no independence, no comfort. The Stotram asks, piercing question. Who can truly describe that suffering? And then it ends with a confession. Oh Shiva, forgive me. Why forgiveness? Because even after passing through such an intense suffering, I forgot. I forgot the fragility of life. I forgot the temporary nature of embodiment. I forgot the purpose of existence. And when I forgot, attachment began. Let us move to the next stage, childhood. The verse describes the infant body covered in impurity, completely dependent. If hungry, you cry. If in pain, you cry. If beaten by insects, you cry. If uncomfortable, you cry. no capacity to express, no capacity to protect yourself, total dependence. Dependence is suffering. We romanticize childhood. We call it innocent. We call it pure. But it is marked by helplessness. You cannot feed yourself, you cannot clean yourself, you cannot defend yourself, and yet, even in that state, we did not remember the divine. The verse says, I did not remember Shankara. Why is this emphasized again and again? Because the real tragedy is not suffering. The real tragedy is suffering without awakening. Pain that does not produce wisdom becomes bondage. We have all passed through these stages, yet we believe as if life has always been comfortable. We behave as if we deserve permanent happiness. We behave as if this body is secure. Look carefully. Every stage of life carries vulnerability. Every stage carries limitation. But because memory edits pain, ego grows. We say, I am strong, I am successful, I am independent. Independent from what? The body that once could not even lift its own hands to remove a mosquito. The purpose of this reflection is not to depress you, it is to sober you. If you honestly examine your life, you will see that suffering has always been present, hidden, forgotten, repackaged. When we forget suffering, we chase pleasure. When we chase pleasure, we strengthen attachment. When attachment strengthens, fear increases. And fear ensures future suffering. This is the cycle. The stotram gently but firmly holds your face and says, remember where you began. Remember how helpless you were. Remember how fragile embodiment is. And then ask yourself, what is the purpose of this human birth? Is it merely jalsa? Or is it liberation? On this Mahashivaratri, do not rush to ask Shiva for success. Instead ask, have I learned from my own life? In the next episode, we will move into youth, the stage where power increases, desire intensifies, and discrimination collapse, the stage where most human beings lose themselves completely. Until then, reflect. You have already suffered. The question is, have you awakened? Now we will chant together the first two verses of this stotram. Adau karma prasangat kalayati kalusham matrukukshav sthitam vinmutrametya madhye kvathayati nitaram jataro jatavedah yadyadvai tatra dukkham vyathayati nitaram shakyate kena bhaktum क्षन्तव्यो मे पराद शिव शिव शिवभो श्री महादेव शंभो बाल्ये दुःखातिरेको मललुलितवपुः स्तन्यपाने पिपासा नो शक्तिश्चेन्द्रियेभ्यः पवगुणजनिताः जन्तवो मान्तुदन्ति नानारोगादिदुःखात् रुदनपरवशः शङ्करं न स्मरामि क्षन्तव्यो मे परादः शिव शिव शिवभो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो. Stay with me in this journey and see you tomorrow. Episode 2. Shiva Aparadha Kshamapana Stotram. Harihi Om.